Well, it's time for our Around the Clock, Around the Town tour. We have a lot of stops for you, a lot of great things going on here in Ashland. We are going to start our event at the Ashland High School with a concert by the Ashland Middle School Wind Ensemble and the Ashland High School Band that happened back on March 15th. Let's take a listen to some of the great music. Congratulations to all the members of the Wind Ensemble and of the band. Thank you for sharing your talents with the community of Ashland. We're going to stay at the Ashland High School and we're going to stay in the theater as we take a look at some of the great acts that participated in the National Honor Society Talent Show. This is an annual event and it is a fundraiser. And this year the funds were going to the Community Giving Tree, which helps children of low-income families in northeastern Massachusetts. Congratulations to all the participants. A lot of music and dance was presented, and we thank them for sharing their talents and for raising funds for other students in need.
You have given me a new life view on what I like and what I like. I'm here to you.
Our next stop is out at the Sheraton in Framingham for the YMCA's Capital Campaign Kickoff. It's tied to the marathon, and this year they gave an inspirational award to David McGivelry, who is the Boston Athletic Association race director for the Boston Marathon. He told a great story and he was just a wonderful person to meet. So congratulations to Dave on winning the Inspiration Award. And we hope that the YMCA meets their capital campaign because they do some great things for the residents of Ashland and Framingham and other surrounding communities.
Straight down. All right, ready?
Hey, Jim. Today. Hey, Jim. Grab this trio.
The first thing.
From the Sheraton, we're going to come back to Ashland and head to the Stones Public House, where they had their Shamrock Shave Off. This was an event to shave it off to help kids fighting cancer. Different people could go in, submit money, and have their head shaved in support of this fundraiser. A big shout out to Wait, we're all in this together, as well as Needham Bank and Anne Marie's Dance Center, and of course it all supported one mission. They try to help kids who are fighting cancer, and it was just a great holiday St. Patrick's Day event that was held at Stone's Public House. Two people of note that had their heads shaved that day was the manager of Stone's and also Joe LaCroix. So thanks to both of them for shaving their heads in support of one mission. From Stone's Public House, we're going to head back to the Ashland High School, this time for another band concert that was done by our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Another great night of music, so let's take a listen. Congratulations to all the musicians. As always, it's so great to hear the talent of the musicians and all the artists that are here in Ashland. We're going to move from the Ashland High School down to Town Hall. This was a little more somber event. The very first Mary Mortensen Public Health Award was presented to Mr. Ed Hart. We lost Mary Mortensen, a member of our Board of Health, as well as a nurse and a wonderful person in our community who did so many things. She passed away in January. This award was given in her honor by our Board of Health. It was given to Ed Hart, someone who has fought, has been a member of our Board of Health, and has worked to get Cadillac paint cleaned up. And we are happy to say that his hard work, as well as that with other people here in town, We now own the Cadillac Paint site, and we hope to be creating a park sometime this spring and hope to be sharing some of that with you as those buildings come down and a wonderful park gets created. So congratulations to Ed Hart on winning this award for this first year. And again, a thank you and just thoughts to the Mortensen family for all the wonderful things Mary has done. From Town Hall, we head over to the American Legion. And you know what? It's not an Around the Town tour without some food. This time it's the pancake breakfast being sponsored by the Boy Scouts of Troop 232. An all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast with pancakes and sausage and coffee and some silent auction. So let's go take a visit, and hopefully you had the opportunity to try some of their pancakes. The pancake breakfast is always a great event, and it's also a great fundraiser for our Boy Scouts who do some wonderful things here in Ashland. Another food stop is the Taste of Ashland, happening at the VFW. This happened on Sunday, March 25th. This is sponsored by the Town Democratic Committee. It's a wonderful way to taste all the great foods from various restaurants here in Ashland. It's a very inexpensive ticket, so hopefully you had the opportunity to go and try some foods and participate in the Taste of Ashland. We have two more events to share with you on this Around the Town tour. The first is the Ashland Senior Resource Fair that happened at the Senior Center. This was various organizations from within Ashland and outside of Ashland that work to support the senior citizens. Here in Ashland, our population of 65 and over is growing, and our population of 80 and over is growing. So it was the opportunity for the members at our senior center, the staff there, as well as the volunteers, to bring together all the various resources available to senior citizens as people are transitioning either from their single-family homes to other housing, or just transitioning from being working people to retiring. So take a look at some of the resources that are available.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fran Firth, representing the Ashland Neighbor Brigade. Has anybody heard of the Neighbor Brigade? And I know Jim had certainly one of our best volunteers. So very simply, the Neighbor Brigade is operated on the simple premise of neighbors helping neighbors. The Neighbor Brigade is a complete volunteer-based organization, and what we do is step in with the people power to help people through a time of crisis. So that could be something from an illness, sickness, surgery, a death in the family. Sadly, here in Ashland, we've had too many instances of fires. So if somebody's going through a difficult time, we look at a period of about 3 to 4 months where we can help support somebody in that time of need.
If you'd like, will be sharing the full filming of the resource fair that happened at the Senior Center. We have one last stop. We are finishing up at the high school where we started. On Monday, March 26th, John Tratuin, who was a former Red Sox player and now works with the Will to Live Foundation, talking about suicide prevention and how we can work with the youth in our community to help them get through some of the tough times that they are dealing with. We had the opportunity to film the presentation that was given to the community at large on Monday evening.
We need to teach them to listen. We need to teach them to listen appropriately. What happens when they hear the message? What happens when they get the text? What happens when they read something on social media? You won't need to worry about me anymore. This life isn't worth it, and here, take all my best stuff. I'm never going to need it anymore. I'm going to kill myself. However form it takes. And when the foundation started, I remember thinking, what do I do if they hear it? Because I didn't know. So I found my friends. She's here today from one of the original from Screening for Mental Health. And they came up with this, I act. I acknowledge, I care, and I tell. I acknowledge that they're serious. I acknowledge that something is really wrong. Because when I was 15, if somebody would have said, I'm going to kill myself, I would have said, toughen up. I wouldn't have taken them seriously. Well, I would now. We all need to now.
Thank you, John, for coming to Ashland and sharing your story and spending time throughout Ashland on Monday. It was greatly appreciated, and we appreciate your message, and we look forward to carrying your work forward in our community. Well, that wraps up this Around the Town tour for this show. If you ever have an event that you'd like to share with us on Around the Clock, make sure you reach out to us either via our Around the Clock Facebook page or through WACA-TV. We would love to share your story and your event with the Ashland and the Around the Clock community.